Are you having a hard time getting enough votes to push someone to trial? Are you struggling to coordinate your evil team covertly and quickly to hang the confirmed doctor? Or did a serial killer claim somehow integrate himself into the town's dynamic and cause the town to mislynch the escort? In today's discussion video, I will explain how you can properly form a coalition to vote someone out. Step 1. Build rapport. Before you can even consider trying to vote someone out, you have to first properly be integrated into the town's dynamic. Regardless of what your role actually is, being an active participant in conversations and giving some information when asked is a good way to build up trust. If you come out of the woodwork on day 3 after not saying a single word and try to hang the previously confirmed tracker, then it's likely that you will be called an executioner and your neck is the one that will be on the line instead. Even if you were correct in your assertion that the tracker is lying, if that tracker has been any more active than you, people likely won't believe you. If you had been more active in the town dynamic, perhaps it would have been the fake tracker hung instead of you. Step 2. Push. Even being well integrated into the town's dynamic isn't a guarantee that you can properly push to lynch someone. If you're a town member, it's best to coordinate a fast push or a slow push, depending on the situation. A fast push is when you already have enough votes to be near a majority, and everyone votes for a targeted player in quick succession. This tool is best used by evils, since it allows them to quickly take the majority as long as they all play their part in the push. Town members can also use this tactic if they know the evil team's about to take majority, to instead lynch one of their own, especially with the mayor on their side. Fast pushing also has the benefit that it doesn't give the target too much time to come with fake info, making it easier to suss their alignment out. It's best to use this strategy to get people who are hesitant to give info or are seemingly inactive. Doing this does give the target more time to fake claim, but even with this extra time, the fake claims probably will still be fallible. This also gives enough time for actual townies to collect themselves and properly give a defense, which a fast push usually doesn't provide. Having a plan and being proactive will enable you to formulate a coalition against someone. Step 3. Jester check. Assuming the first few parts went well, your target should be up on the podium defending themselves. If your target doesn't say anything, or actively incriminates themselves, it may be pretty easy just to say to hang them. But wait, don't press that guilty button! Jesters, another role similar to it, win by being hung during the day, and sometimes can even kill someone who didn't vote them innocent. If there isn't any evidence that a jester isn't in the game or has already died, then it's safe to hang them. If there isn't, then it may be best to vote innocent. Even if it's guilty, at least you won't die from the jester's revenge. Having a jailer, deputy, or vigilante kill the suspected jester at night is the best course of action to avoid unwanted extra deaths. Step 4. Trust your gut. Assuming the trial's defendant isn't a jester, you have to closely examine their testimony, since an inconsistency can be the tell for evil fake claims. Wills and notes can both be faked, although they tend to have a few tells if they are rushed. For instance, if a player on trial claims they saw 5 as the one, but 1 claims to be a veteran who alerted that night, then the defendant info is probably fake. Not all evils have an easy tell, since sometimes they could have already been planning their will far ahead of the trial even starting. If most of the information in their will was already confirmed by other players' results, that isn't necessarily a mark of guilt, but it certainly is a red flag. Depending on how clever an evil fake claim is on paper, sometimes you need to fall back on how they've been acting so far in the game, since that can sometimes help determine whether they're acting like what role they claim to be. Ultimately, sometimes in lieu of evidence, you have to trust your own intuition, but if you truly can't find a good reason to lynch the player on trial, they probably are not evil. Step 5. Repeat steps 2 and 4. If your first trial of the day doesn't result in a lynching, then performing another trial or 2 can be beneficial, whether it be slow pushing for information or fast pushing suspected evils. Roles like the Marshal can also host a special type of trial, where more people than normal are put up for trial. Most social deduction games have somewhere between 1 and 3 trials, so keeping in mind how many you have left and how much time you have are important so you don't waste them. Hopefully this video has adequately prepared you for dealing with voting and trials in the future. Thank you for watching.